Hey there, this is KT Bradford from Laptop Magazine, and we're going to give you a quick run through of the Droid 2 available from Verizon Wireless today. That's right, you can run out and buy this for $199 with $100 rebate today at your local Verizon store, or you can run online and get it as well. So we're going to compare this to the original Droid, which came out last year, and we're going to compare it a little tiny bit to the Droid X, and we're going to show you just some of the things that we really like about it. So let's take a look at how the Droid 2 compares with the original Droid. This is the original here, and this is the Droid 2, and as you can see just on the face of things that the Droid 2 has a bit more of a streamlined look going on here. So like especially here at the bottom with the chin, it sort of slopes down on the Droid 2 where there was more of a stepping kind of thing going on with the original Droid. And just to show you around the edges some of the differences, one thing we've noticed is that the buttons on the Droid 2 are a little bit more stylish and elegant than they were on the original Droid, and the camera button here at the bottom is no longer this sort of shiny gold. It's now just plastic, but it has a bit of a curve to it. The backs are pretty much the same. The Droid 2 has a bit of a bluish tinge to the black, whereas the original Droid had a gray tinge to the black. They both have this sort of soft touch feeling going on here in the back plate, and on the side not that much different. One small difference again on the top is that the buttons for turning it on and off just a little more elegant and stylized, but again not too different. So the major difference that we see in the Droid 2 as opposed to the original Droid and hardware-wise is the keyboard, which is much improved from the Droid 2. So they both have this sort of gritty surface that's good for basically keeping your fingers on the keys, but the keys on the Droid 2 are much bigger than they are on the original Droid. Gone is the D-pad, replaced by these much smaller arrow keys. And a few other minor differences. There's now an OK button, and instead of the menu button here, it's now been replaced by the back button, probably because the menu button up here is a little closer to get to. And also an Alt lock button, which should make entering passwords, if you have passwords with numbers or symbols, much easier to input via this keyboard here. We also have the addition of the voice input keys so that you can talk instead of typing. But typing on this is actually very nice. It's much easier, even with fingernails like I have. I can tell a big difference. I'm able to type very quickly, and I don't have the same problems with the keys as on the original Droid, which were, because they were flat, these keys, I don't know if you can tell in the video, are a little bit pillowed, but that I'm not sure if it's the fact that they're pillowed or just the fact that they're better keys overall that just makes them much easier to type either with or without fingernails. No, just keep it running. Another small navigation input thing that we noticed difference between the two of them is that the keys down here at the bottom, the 4-key Android buttons, are in a different order. So instead of back menu home search, they're now menu home back search. The UI on the Droid 2 is very similar to the UI that we saw on the Droid X here. They share some similar icons going on, so as you can see the button for opening the application drawer is the same, but the Droid 2 actually comes with Android 2.2 Froyo, which is different from the Droid X, what it came with initially. But as you can see, very similar aesthetics going on here. What you may also notice is that the key layout on the Droid X, which is menu home back search, is the same here on the Droid 2. Alright, so that was our hands-on look with the Droid 2, which we are liking more than the original Droid, at least in terms of the hardware and the layout and the ergonomics. So goodbye, Droid. Our new friend is the Droid 2. We're going to be putting it through its paces and actually giving you guys a review as soon as possible. So if you can wait one day to run out and buy it. But you know what? If you're going to run out and buy it now, at least you have 30 days to return it. But so far, we're thinking that this might be just as impressive as its predecessor. So this is KT Bradford with Laptop Magazine with our hands-on with Droid 2.